President Cyril Ramaphosa says for municipalities to attract investment to grow their economies, they must be strong, efficient, well-run, and they must demonstrate a good attitude. The president says investors look at how quickly they can get approvals and permits, the quality of water and electricity provision, as well as the state of sewage and waste removal in an area. He was addressing delegates on the second day of the local government summit taking place in Boksburg today. For more on this, let's cross now live to our reporter, Natasha Phiri. Natasha, I believe there's some questions also coming out from those that are in attendance after that address by the president. Take us through what we heard in that Q&A session.
Well, definitely, Naledi, those questions emanated from the various mayors across those 278 municipalities in the country. Some raising their grievances over the district development model, some raising their grievances over the funding model, saying that national government really needs to pump in money at local government, which is the core face of service delivery with urgency. Without that, Naledi, it is a problem and it impacts directly on service delivery because remember, at the end of the day, this summit is to benefit the people on the ground who don't have service delivery. But joining me, I'm joined by two interesting gentlemen here. One is the Mahikeng Mayor, Tshepiso Phehlo. Unfortunately, his municipality has no clean audit. And on the other hand, I'm joined by the Saldanha Bay Mayor, Mr. Andrew Truster, of which his municipality actually is the second most best performing municipality in the country. We'll just engage both gentlemen on their challenges and also their successes in their various municipalities. But let me just also start this conversation with Mr. Phehlo, who is one of the youngest mayors that we actually have in the country. Thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. I think for me, just talking off record or before the interview, you had raised, some disappointments as a mayor. Your municipality has no clean audits.
Yeah, we have a huge challenge when it comes to financial management. Even the financial health of the municipality is just too ailing. So, but the plan is that we have to work hard on the plans and to give service to our people. We're aiming to have clean audit, but clean audit should mean also service delivery to our communities. We come from a municipality which has been marred by a lot of corruption and nepotism, but we're getting there to put everything in order. But the most important thing is to get operating licenses. It's one of the things that I raised with the president, that we need operating licenses of electricity, of vehicle registration, including water service authority to Mahikeng local municipality. That's where we can also get proper revenue to give services to our people, to have proper roads, proper street lighting. That's what we want to revive Mahikeng local municipality.
I also heard the president say, touch on the issue of electricity. You've complained about high bills that you actually owe Eskom with, and he had said that, listen, if you have a problem with that, write a proposal to the municipality and government will actually look at it.
Definitely going to write to the president, including the ministers who are responsible for local municipalities. We have water debts which are really causing a chaos for us. Now, this thing we've just adopted unfunded budget. It means that the municipality does not have money. Now, we need to clear off these debts that we're having. First is electricity debt. Now, the other one is water debt. And it's a historic debt from even post-1994 to the first water board, Botsilo Water, CDBing, and now we're going to have Makhalis as well. Now, we want this water boards, the debts to be cleared off so that we can at least pass a clean audit. That's what our intention is.
Let's talk about the district development model. Northwest was the first pilot province where the presidential imbizo actually came to the province. Since then, have you seen a difference really?
I should say, unfortunately, we have plans, but we have not seen the real results of district development model at the local level. But what we want is that there's been a proper communication between the national departments, provincial departments, including local government. But at least it's giving us hope that at least our system is a unitary form of government, not a federal one. So now I think the DDM model is going to assist us to get services to our people. What we want as well, Mahikeng, that is more of a rural town, but with a great potential. We just placed by the border of Botswana. We have a huge airport, which also needs to be operating so that we can bring investment to come to town and also give people services that they require as well.
Mr. Phehlo, thank you so much for your time. Let me just take this conversation to Mr. Andrew Truster. Of course, he is the mayor of the Saldanha Bay municipality, one of the best performing municipalities. How did you do it?
Notula, thank you for this opportunity. You know what the cornerstone of a functioning municipality is? A strong administration that's not being interfered with. Protecting a strong administration equals good governance, clean governance with good, strong political oversight. That's the cornerstone. Continuation, we've just reappointed our municipal manager, and that is what drives investment. People are first looking for stable governance, and then investment comes. Plans amounts to nothing. We're not perfect, but we're always striving towards it. And I'm immensely proud of our administration that does it year after year after year after year.
What do you think of the district development model, and would it actually help your municipality, in all honesty and in all fairness?
Notula, let's start in law. The Constitution is it's our most supreme law in the country. It talks about 3 spheres of government. It talks about national, provincial and local. The DDM model has failed in law, for starters. It does not appear there. The second point is we've got something that we call IGR, which is in a constitution, intergovernmental relationships. Our municipality feels that we already have a fantastic intergovernmental relationship with all our C municipalities. We have fantastic district mayors. I mean, our district mayor's got 11 clean audits. I mean, where have you heard about that? There are systems that's working. You know, we talk about not taking power and centralizing it up. We talk about centralizing power down. And that's what the Western Cape and many other municipalities outside of the Western Cape, I'm talking about, there's 5% of municipalities that are financially viable. But go and look who is that 5. And then you'll find it's great municipalities like Mossel Bay, Stellenbosch, Kucha, Midvaal, Saldanha Bay, the Metro. They all follow the same principle, which is cooperation. IGR should be there. If somebody doesn't...
And by the way, these are all DA-led municipalities, so are you trying to say that, you know, perhaps other political parties could actually learn something from yours?
Notula, I don't drive a political agenda. I drive an agenda for my people. You know, good governance equals good service delivery. We've got an average service delivery of above 95%. Good administration, good political oversight. So yes, maybe at the DA we've got an approach, but it's not a political approach. It's an approach that speaks to the needs of our people. We've got a responsive premier that I can phone now, he will answer. We've got responsive ministers. We don't have silos. So why would you bring a model to us and say you must implement it? If it's a model that's based on voluntary inclusion, why not take our models and take our administration and ask us to help other municipalities? Isn't that the way forward? We don't have to look at political parties. We have Cederberg, Matsikama, other places where we'll happily go. We've got a district coordinating forum. We've got a provincial coordinating forum. It's working. And that's based in law. And that's what I have to follow. So do I have a problem with the DDM? Yes, I do. Because it's a top-down approach. That, you know, with all due respect, our Honourable President said, no, it's top-down and bottom-up and meet in the middle. That's not what the Constitution says. It says independent spheres of government, and no form of government may interfere with the other form of government. But we don't want to talk politics. We want to talk and say what works. Let's multiply that and let's go that route, because ultimately it's not a political agenda. It's an agenda of looking after our people. We're not talking about Eskom, which, you know, my municipality is spending 3,000 Rand a day to pump water and to make sure that there's sanitation. That's an unfunded mandate that we have to drive because the SOEs have let us down. On the Cape Town main track, metro track, is 3,000 people living on a track. There's a fundamental flaw in areas that we're not addressing. Now you want to go to an area that's working and you want to interfere in that. Lutula, that just doesn't make sense.
Mrs. Trasta, hopefully you will be sharing notes here with the mayor of Mahikeng, and I guess all the best.
Thank you very
Well, Naledi and Desiree, there you have it from the mayors of various 2 municipalities, one that is working well, that is functioning well, that has been having clean audits for years, and one, unfortunately, that has not been having clean audit, but they're looking to actually resolve these problems. These are just the various mayors just taking us through their various failures and successes and as municipalities. But Naledi, from the team here in Birchwood, we just also wanted to wish you a happy birthday and many more blessings things. With that said, it's back to you in the studio.
Oh, don't make me blush on national television. Thank you so much for that, Natasha, bringing us the latest from the local government summit there.